Fashion entrepreneur and designer Adda Bhala, who has mastered the artistry of designing, will be sharing her secret skills through her online fashion masterclass. Young and upcoming designers will be afforded the opportunity to learn more on the business side of fashion, content creation, and ways to tap into their creativity through this course. She joins us now via Zoom this morning to share more on her passion and online masterclass. A very good morning to you, Adda. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
How did you discover your skill and love for fashion and design?
My love for fashion design has always began with my love for fashion magazines as a young child, and I come from a very stylish family, so I think that is what would have ignited the fashion spirit in me.
So what's the greatest joy then of working on a garment?
I think the greatest joy is actually the process of seeing it come to life, just seeing your inspiration and just your baby come to life.
Okay, and tell us more about the masterclass and why you decided to host this online.
My brand really is about crafting a visual identity. And the reason I decided to host this online is because currently we are, as you know, facing a pandemic. And I think it's a very good opportunity for people that are looking for a different opportunity to give themselves some skills development to look into something that is more online based.
So content-wise, what is it that you tackle in those masterclasses?
What we really focus on really is the creative process of fashion designing, and that includes pattern design as well as garment making.
Okay, so what's the vision and mission of your masterclass?
The heart of my course really, it's about sharing my secret skills that I have learned throughout the years, because I have been in the industry for the past 9 years. So it really is about getting a masterclass feel and getting a personal feel with an actual designer that has actually experienced different aspects of the industry.
And I understand that you currently cater for women only, so do your classes only accommodate females?
My classes, they accommodate both female and male if they are interested in women's wear. However, I do specialize in women's wear.
Okay, you specialize in women's wear, but male designers are also welcome, isn't it?
Of course, they are welcome. The women's wear that I specialize in is evening wear, bridal couture, as well as ready to wear, but it specifically makes women's wear.
Okay. Now, Adda, please give us greater detail in your responses and with regards to the type of skills that women in your masterclass will walk away with.
Okay, so the type of skills that these people will be able to do is that they will be able to craft a pattern on how to make a particular garment. So, for example, if someone wants to learn how to make, for example, a beautiful dress, they will be able to draft the dress from paper first, and then they will be able to transfer that into actual cutting of the fabric, a grading of the patterns, and having an outcome of dresses and pants, skirts, anything that they would like to make and design. And particularly designing, not just making ordinary clothing, they'll be able to create their own designs.
Okay, and we're still within Women's Month. Are you at all happy with the current opportunities that are afforded to women in your industry?
I think women could do with more opportunities in the industry and in any other industries. Women can always do more. And I think that it would be great to see women prosper more in different industries like fashion.
You say that women can do more. What more can they do? Because, some women have been robbed of certain opportunities because of patriarchal considerations. So what is it that you want to see women doing more?
I would love to see women believing in themselves. And I would love to see women challenging themselves in different industries.
Yes.
So that we can be seeing that we can actually do it.
Yes. And what advice then can you give to women out there, especially those looking to get into the fashion industry?
The advice that I would give is that it's very important to focus on brand identity, to know what your brand stands for. My particular brand stands for visual identity. I like to think of myself as an unconventional designer. So I think women need to craft themselves in such a way that they are unique in the way that they present themselves.
Let's talk about the business side of fashion. Do you think, or do you get a sense that more and more people are now grasping this aspect of business? Because, some people are of the view or opinion that fashion is for subsistence, as it were, and they really haven't tapped into the business side of fashion. But over the years, do you get a sense that more people are tapping into it?
I think that people need to understand the business of fashion, because a lot of times it is really portrayed to be this glamorous, fun thing. And honestly, there is obviously a business side to it. And I think if we can actually challenge ourselves to understand that side and do your research, then you can definitely prosper in fashion industry.
And what are some of the major stumbling blocks that people can encounter along the way in their journey to become the country's best fashion designers? And what are some of the bottlenecks that we need to just dismantle?
I think we need to build more platforms for the fashion industry. And I think we need to cultivate a platform that people can actually be able to understand the business side of it.
Okay, now Adda, how can people get hold of you and be a part of this masterclass?
I am available on Instagram at Adda Couture, which is ADDA, Couture with a K. And I'm also available on Instagram, same handle, ADDA Couture. And they can also find me on my website, which is addacouture.com.
All right. Adda, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much for having me.
We just spoke to Adda Bhala, who is a fashion entrepreneur and a designer. She's currently offering online fashion masterclasses. You can follow her on her social media for more information on how to get on one of those masterclasses. This is Morning Live. We'll have your sports news in a moment. Let's take a look at the sports news now. The curtain is coming down on the 2019-2020 South African League season next Saturday. This weekend, the Glad Africa Championship, known as the National First Division, will be decided with either Moroka Swallows or Ajax Cape Town, who are going to be crowned champions. The playoff matches will follow soon after the conclusion of the Absa Premiership next weekend. And on Sunday, there will be two delegations with two trophies, the original one and a replica, for the final round of the matches of the Glad Africa Championship. One trophy will be at the Makulong Stadium in Tembisa, where Swallows will be playing against TTM, and the other one will be at the Ajax Mbombela United encounter at the Rand Stadium. Both sides are on 54 points after 29 matches. The Premier Soccer League has leeway to play and finish their fixtures, including the playoffs, until the 21st of September. 26 after 7, it is on Morning Live. Let's take a quick break. We'll have more in a moment.
I usually talk to people who saved on their car insurance, but today I'm talking to all of you who haven't. Because if you call Outsurance and they can't quote you less than what you're currently paying, now you can ask them to give you 500 Rand. And if you've been with the same insurer and been claim-free for the past 3 years, tell them to make it a massive 1,500 Rand. Savings or cash, you always get something out. SMS card to 44211 or call 08600 60,000 for a quote.
We live in a new high-tech environment. Because of technology, some of the world's wealthiest people are tech entrepreneurs. Tech is how we play and how we work. For your tech conversation, join me, Phumelele Zondi, on Network every Sunday at 8:30 p.m.
With the country's high COVID-19 infection rate, health conditions in prisons are under the spotlight.
As a result of the overcrowding, these inmates are prone to get infected.
We actually have been able to contain the pandemic quite well in these facilities.
We're sitting with a huge problem, and every day these people are dying. It's a grave humiliation to the human rights of the inmates.
Parole is a privilege. These are people who have committed murder, rape, very serious crimes in our communities. And ideally, you don't want such people being let out willy-nilly without a very due process.
I have today signed a proclamation authorizing the Special Investigating Unit, the SIU, to immediately investigate any unlawful or improper conduct in the procurement of any goods, any works, and services during or related to the national state of disaster in any state institution.